Part 1. Hot Air or Hot Commodity, a comedic intro to carbon confusion. Hey there, tree huggers and carbon criminals. Let's talk about something you probably pretend to understand at dinner parties. Carbon credits and carbon offsets. Don't worry, you're not alone. Most people couldn't tell the difference between a carbon credit and a credit card with really bad interest rates. Think of it like this. You ate a giant burrito. Delicious, right? But now you're feeling a little guilty about all that methane your digestive system is about to unleash on the world. You could call it natural gas to sound fancy, but the planet might not be buying it. So, what do? Enter the confusing world of carbon credits and offsets, where companies and countries try to balance out their environmental sins with, well, more accounting. It's like trying to lose weight by buying a thinner person's old jeans. Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to break down this eco-jargon in a way that's actually funny. Or at least as funny as talking about carbon emissions can be. Part 2. Carbon credits, the trading cards of pollution. First up, carbon credits. Imagine pollution is like a collectible card game, because everything is more fun as a card game. Governments give out these pollution cards to companies. Each card lets a company pollute a certain amount. But here's the twist. If a company is really good at reducing their emissions, maybe they switched from diesel trucks to electric scooters, they have extra cards. And guess what? They can sell those cards to companies who are still rocking the pollution party. It's like the environmental version of selling your extra concert tickets for a profit. Except instead of seeing your favorite band, you're preventing the planet from turning into a giant hot yoga studio. Part 3. Carbon offsets. Like paying your friend to eat your vegetables. Now, onto carbon offsets. Remember that burrito analogy? Offsets are like paying your friend to eat a salad because you couldn't resist the extra guac. Let's say a company is feeling guilty about all the emissions from their private jet-setting CEO. They can invest in a project somewhere else that reduces carbon dioxide, like planting trees, because trees love to suck up CO2 like a vacuum cleaner. Or maybe funding a wind farm that generates clean energy. It's basically the environmental equivalent of doing a good deed to make up for your bad ones. Like donating to a charity after telling that really offensive joke at the office party. Part 4, pros and cons. Because every superhero has a weakness. So, are carbon credits and offsets the heroes of our climate change story? Well, it's complicated. On the plus side, they can encourage companies to pollute less and invest in cleaner technologies. Plus, offsets can support cool projects like protecting rainforests and developing renewable energy. But here's the catch. Sometimes these schemes are about as effective as a screen door on a submarine. There's a lot of debate about whether offsets actually reduce emissions or just make companies feel better about themselves. It's like buying a world's best dad mug for a dad who constantly forgets his kids' birthdays. It's a nice gesture, but it doesn't change the fact that he needs to invest in a better calendar. Part 5. Real-world examples. From rainforest to ridiculousness. Need some real-world examples? Take a deep breath, of relatively clean air, hopefully, and let's dive in. Some airlines offer carbon offsets when you book a flight. You pay a little extra, and they promise to plant some trees or invest in renewable energy to make up for your sky-high emissions. Big companies, from tech giants to oil and gas corporations, are buying carbon credits to meet their climate goals. It's like a get-out-of-jail-free card for the environmentally conscious. And yes, there are even carbon offset projects that involve cow burps. Apparently, there are ways to make cows less gassy, and some companies are cashing in on the methane-reducing potential of bovine digestion. The point is, carbon credits and offsets are everywhere, but whether they're actually making a difference is a question that's still up for debate. Part 6. In conclusion, saving the planet, one joke and carbon credit offset at a time. So, there you have it. Carbon credits and offsets. The complicated, sometimes confusing, and often hilarious world of trying to save the planet with spreadsheets and financial instruments. Are they the perfect solution? Probably not. Are they better than doing nothing? Hopefully. The most important thing is to be informed, ask questions, and support companies that are genuinely committed to reducing their impact on the environment. And hey, if we can make a few jokes along the way, well, that's just a bonus. After all, laughter is the best medicine, except when it comes to climate change. Then we're going to need something a little stronger,